20 days until my Indian, Irish, American 3-day fusion wedding, and I still have not finalized my Desi bridal makeup. We've done about 7 bridal trials at this point. I think we're really close, and I think today is probably going to be the final Desi wedding makeup bridal trial. And I have my wedding jewelry on today. It only makes sense that the final trial is with my YouTube fam. But not only that, I also have a really special announcement for you guys. If you guys watch my YouTube shorts, you probably already know what it is, but I'm so excited to show you guys my perfect red lip. This whole journey has been such a whirlwind of emotions for me, from like going to India to find my bridal lehenga to 48 hours to find my perfect American bridal dress. It's been quite a year. And after doing so many wear tests, bridal trials, the whole shebang for a whole year, I finally have also decided most of like the makeup that I'm actually going to be wearing on my wedding days, and skincare as well. And with that being said, let's get into the makeup. I feel like the one question that I keep getting no matter how many times I answer it is, why am I doing my own wedding makeup? And the answer is quite simple. I want to. I've been doing my own makeup for prom, every day, for school, for work, for over 13 years at this point. I want to be able to feel like me on my wedding weekend. And honestly, I also wanted to challenge myself. I feel like I've learned so much about just makeup in general going on this entire journey, and you guys have been here with me this entire time. And part of the beauty of this journey was being able to push myself out of my comfort zone. Like for example, a lot of you guys told me I need some help with my brows, so I went and got a brow lamination, and I feel like my brows just look so much more put together. And I feel like the one thing that I was struggling with was the eye makeup, but I feel like I finally found the look that I'm going for. We're starting off with my Danessa Myricks Color Fix paints. If you have darker skin, these make an amazing base for eyeshadow. After bridal trial 7, I also realized that I needed a much warmer eyeshadow, mostly because this is a very yellow gold. Speaking of which, something I did not realize is a lot of people don't know what real gold actually looks like. Like, I had so many comments of people saying like, oh, that looks fake, or oh, tacky NRI. But I literally bought this necklace in India at Tanishq. And gold in Indian culture is like everything. Like my Pati has so much gold in her vault. And even my mom, she's not even a gold person, but she still keeps gold. Because gold never loses its value. It's great for emergencies. And you never know when you might need some extra cash. Also, I forgot to put these on. These are from Dew, and they act as like a great straight edge line to get that nice crispy line when I'm doing my eye makeup. And they're cute. Now that the base is ready to go, this is the eyeshadow palette that I've decided on. My lehenga is a beautiful dark red color, and so is my lip. So I decided on like a more gold, maroon, dark brown smoky eye. And this is actually something that you guys recommended to me in the comment section. First I thought like a dark red, maroon, smoky eye was too matchy, but it just makes sense. Just watch. First I'm gonna actually put the Danessa Myricks black just on the corner as like a base again. The nice part about this Beauty Bay palette is it's $20. I will link it for you guys in the description. And they have every shade of palette that you could probably ask for. But I'm gonna start with this darkest shade, this black shade in the corner over here. The craziest part is my start time is at 4:30 a.m. And I also have to do an eye makeup and lip change at 12 p.m. for the reception. So am I Delulu? Probably a little bit. Also, if you're doing a smoky eye, this brush from Refer is probably the best brush to own. It's their 23 brush, and look how tiny this is. It's perfect for like that extra detail, and it helps prevent you from looking like a raccoon. So now I'm gonna take this warmer red shade and mix it with the dark brown and put that like right above where that black is, and this is what's gonna help, I think, make the tones all cohesive. Something I've also realized about this series is everyone has their own opinion of what is bridal makeup. There were so many people who told me that I need warmer colors, and then there were also so many people that told me that my eyeshadow was like needs to be more smoky. Some people said I need more blush, and some people said I need less blush. These are all great tips, but I need to like remember what I enjoy for bridal makeup. I'm a glam girly. I love all the fun colors. My dress is bold, my jewelry is bold. I'm a bold person, so my makeup is gonna be bold. Is that everyone's cup of tea? Probably not, but as Queen Amaya says, you don't have to drink it.
Take me as you motherfucking take me.
I'm gonna use this orangish shade right here just as a nice transition right above that red to kind of blend it all in together. And then I'm just gonna highlight that brow bone right there. And for this look, I'm bringing back a little bit of a cut crease. Nothing too 2016, but I felt like my inner corner popped a lot more when I highlighted this right here. But now for the shimmer, which is to me the most important part of this look, I think I have settled on these two. Because we have a really strong yellow gold going on here. I found this gorgeous glitter eyeshadow from Hourglass. I'll be honest, Hourglass is not my like favorite brand, but this eyeshadow hits different. Like when I first put this on my face, I was like, yes, that is the shade of gold that I'm kind of going for. And I will put the Patrick Ta one over, but look at that. And another great hack for glitters is you can spray your brush and then dip it into the pot, and it's gonna be so much, oh, yep, it's gonna be like a foil. Now look at that, look at the difference. Look at that difference. And because we need to mix that gold into like the red, I found this gorgeous like duochrome red shimmer that I got from Italy from a brand called Wycon. You guys need to see this, like look at this, like this is stunning. I actually just finally decided the song that I'm going to be walking down the aisle to during our Irish American ceremony, but I have not decided what I'm going to be walking down to for the Hindu ceremony. So if you guys have any suggestions, can you please drop it in the comments, because I'm really struggling with that. I want something colorful, but also like whimsical and preferably somewhat instrumental. The eyes are not finished, but we're going to do the base now. The one thing that I'm not going to change all day is my base makeup, and it's going to be a 14-hour day. So I'm literally going to use 3 primers. Is that crazy? Probably, but I also have combination skin and I need it. For oil control, I'm starting off with the Danessa Myricks Water Serum Powder, but I'm only putting this on the areas that I get really oily. So for me, that's around my nose area and like right here, and even a little bit on my forehead as well. Next, for a little bit of glow and pore blurring, I'm using the new Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder, but this one has a little bit of shimmer in it. Lately, I've been liking applying it with a brush, but I'm basically going to apply that anywhere that I want to like highlight, and it's also great for making your makeup sweat proof because this has the Upslite technology. I just swear by Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks for president. Finally, the third primer, this is the Isamaya Color Correcting Serum in shade Olive. I really like this product because I have a couple different shades of brown on my face, and it kind of acts as like an olive tone bronzing drop. Like, look at that. It's like very sheer, but it brings the life kind of back into my skin. Just because sometimes I feel like my skin goes gray and I look casket ready like naturally. Oh, this is just great for slightly even out my skin and bringing the life back. Okay, because I have discoloration, the next thing I'm gonna do is color correct, and I'm most likely gonna be using this Morphe color corrector in Papaya. If you're around my skin tone, this is such a good shade for any of my pigmentation, and I'm gonna go a little bit heavier because this is gonna be full glam. I have some acne scars. I'm just gonna spot conceal with my NARS Pot Concealer in shade Caramel. Instead of foundation first, I'm actually going to use my concealer. This is a trick that I learned from Miss Danessa Myricks. Because I have a couple different shades of brown on my face, we're going to match the lightest concealer to the lightest part of my face right here. And I've done so many wear tests of this Estee Lauder concealer, but she is full coverage. She doesn't crease. Really good shades. This is probably my favorite concealer right now. Okay, this is going to start looking a little crazy because we're going to do a little bit of underpainting, so trust the process. Okay. And the other big reasoning for me to not get a professional makeup artist is I felt like a lot of the more popular ones that people were recommending me, like they worked mostly on like girls with like lighter skin tone. And I'm really scared of looking like this at the end of the look. I promise you, it's not going to look like this. It's not going to look like this. For bronzer contour, I don't actually have a traditional one, but I love this shade 8.5 in the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. It is one of the best shades I have ever like used. You have olive skin like me. It's slightly olivey, so it's like the perfect like bronzer contour for my skin tone. And I'm going to mix it in with her deep shade 2. This is the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Contour in the shade Deep 1, but her products just fucking eat. I'm not usually the biggest nose contour person, but this just, I don't know why, it looks really good. A contour mistake I feel like a lot of people make is blending out their bronzer / contour with a brush that looks like this, when I think it looks a lot better when you blend it out with a brush that looks like this. This is a lot like smaller and it's really dense, so it keeps like the product in place. Funny because it's actually a concealer brush and it's the one that I use to place the contour, but I like to just wipe off the product on a brush and just slowly start buffing out the edges, because with like contour bronzer, you want to keep the product in the location where we put it at. Granted, I am underpainting right now, so it looks a little crazy, but again, we're gonna trust the process. And the best way to keep it localized is by just blending out the edges, because if I overblend, it's not gonna look like contour anymore. It's just gonna look like a dark foundation on the side of your face. Now we're gonna take a beauty blender, and then I like to just kind of blend that into the skin. Like, look at that. To me, this is like the perfect blend before I put foundation over it. Now for my foundation, I'm probably gonna be using the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation in the shade 332. This is like a hair lighter than my skin tone, but it's the perfect like olive foundation shade. Because I want to keep that dimension, I'm also going to take the Armani Luminous Foundation in the shade 11. See, both of these are olive foundation shades, and I'm going to mix it and basically create more dimension with it. And I'm going to use these foundations more of like a veil, because the underpainting and the concealer already gave us the coverage that we need. But now this is to just help even out the skin. Before I do that, I'm gonna mist my face. This is the Makeup Forever 24-hour mist and fix. I love this as like an in-between layer mist. It's a great mist to like melt everything into your skin. Now that it's dry, in order to achieve that veil, I need to also use a brush that's maybe not as dense. This is the Nikki La Rose like dual-sided brush. This side is meant for liquid and this side is meant for powder, but it's not the most dense brush, which is why I feel like it's really good for like applying foundation when you're underpainting. So first gonna take the lighter shade. Look how much I put. That's all, okay? When you are underpainting, I'm not putting on that much. And I'm just gonna put that on the areas that I added that concealer. And it just kind of like helps mesh the colors together. Like a lot of bridal makeup tutorials you see on the internet, they like paint on the foundation and then blend it out with the sponge. But I don't know why, like that never wears really well for me, and I always feel like I end up looking and feeling cakier than I actually do. But this is a great way to get that like full coverage look without like looking and feeling cakey. Now I'm gonna take the darker olive foundation from Armani. I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of the Maybelline just because the Armani is a little bit deep for me. And I'm gonna put that on sort of the perimeter of my face, just slightly. And I'm literally gonna go in like whatever this motion is. I don't know, it works for me. But again, we're only applying the smallest amount. It should be like a veil. Oh, that makes sense because I'm getting married, a veil. But look at that, that looks, you can't tell me that doesn't look fucking flawless. Oh my, that's so Raven. I need help. Okay, now with that, we got really good dimension on the face. I'm gonna add even more dimension. No, we're not done yet. I'm sorry. I know you're waiting for the surprise at the end, but we need more dimension. This is the Armani Beauty Luminous Concealer in shade 6. Armani, I swear to God, has the best olive shades like on the market. You have olive skin, you have to try Armani Beauty. It's expensive, but she's fucking worth it. I'm using an eyeshadow brush. This is from Real Techniques, but I'm taking the smallest amount on the brush and I'm going to put it right here underneath that contour to just highlight this part right here. The reason I like doing this is because it kind of gives you that like bright eye effect without being ashy, because sometimes I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but Desi bridal makeup sometimes gives a little ashy. Who said that? Who said that? Once I make the shape, I just take that blender again and just slowly start blending it out. When I started doing this to my bridal makeup, it just looked so good. Like, look at that. I thought we were done with the base. No, we're not, because I'm gonna carve out this edge with what's left on this brush. Oh, I actually have not done this yet. I'm just gonna blend it out with my sponge. This better not ruin the look or I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Okay. I think she's giving snatched, hella dimension. That's exactly what I'm like going for. Okay, now one of the most important part is the powder, and I've actually not done a flash test yet, which I definitely should, but I'm most likely going to be using the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Blondie. But before I do that, I'm going to spray. Sometimes I feel like this is a little yellow, so I'm going to mix it today with Peach Pie, and I feel like that could get me the shade that I need. This is the shade that I've been looking for. I'm just gonna put smallest amount underneath my eyes like that. Oh my God, one of my fears is looking casket ready at my wedding. Have I said that already? I feel like I've said it like 30 times. While that is fermenting, I am going to reveal the little surprise, which is I'm launching my official lip kit and blush with Mob Beauty for my wedding. As you guys know, I went on the perfect red lip search for my wedding, and I had the amazing opportunity to custom make my perfect red lip kit for my wedding, and it includes a blush. So let's unbox the kit together. The lip kit will be launching on August 12th along with the blush, and this is the little kit you get. It's this beautiful box, and it says Mob X Monica. This is going to be a limited edition, a small batch launch, and the only reason we were able to do this in such a short amount of time is because Mob Beauty owns their own manufacturing. Because you guys have come with me on this wonderful, wonderful journey. All of the lip kits will have this gorgeous card which says, "We cordially invite you to enjoy the Mob X Monica lip collection." And I was able to also insert a quote. It says here, "I created my perfect red lipstick for my wedding day, but it wouldn't feel complete without sharing it with you. Thank you for being a part of my story, and I hope this now becomes a part of yours." And when you open the box, you will see this cute little makeup bag. It says Mob X Monica. I feel like this is perfect for putting brushes, and I can't believe it says my name. This is my first ever collab, and I can't believe that I actually get to make something so special to me. My perfect red lipstick, Redemption, and the lip liner in the shade Wine Not. And separate from the lip kit, I'm also launching a limited edition blush. This is the Mob Beauty X Monica blush in the shade Crimson Crush, my perfect dark red shade. And since we're at the blush step now, what better time than to demo it for you guys? My favorite way of applying this blush is with a slightly damp beauty blender. This formula is like a soft matte, as you can see, but it's very blendable. So, and look at that shade. It's like the perfect muted dark red shade that's meant for deeper skin tones. But I did put this on Chris, and I will say he did look extra fine in it. So it's definitely, if you have fair skin, it will work for you. I would just not use as much because she is pigmented. And I don't know if you guys remember when that viral TikTok on like red blush works for everyone kind of went viral, and I don't know, I tried it and it made me look like Shrek. Well, that was what I was kind of like solving for with this blush. I wanted like the perfect natural red blushing bride flush, but I didn't want it to be like too bright, because that's my problem. As someone with gray olive muted skin tone, a lot of products are overtly bright, but just wait for this blush. Just look at this. And again, I like to kind of work in thin layers because she's pigmented. Look at that. And kind of blend it out from like the apples of my cheeks and towards like my hairline. But how pretty is that? Additionally, if you don't want the lip kit, or if the lip kit does sell out, all of these products will be available individually on August 14th for US and Canada only. I'm just so proud to have created a shade that I feel like is like the perfect red blush for the olive girlies and deeper skin tones. It looks really natural. Like you can wear it full glam, you could wear it natural glam. It's just such a good versatile like red blush, because when you naturally flush, people flush red. That's why that Victoria's Secret makeup artist said she used red blush on all her models, because that's what looks the most natural. So I look at that, I put that over my powder, and it literally looks so perfect. That's why I love the Mob formulas. Mob Beauty's formulas are slept on. Like this is like the best blush formula on the market, in my opinion. It's a soft matte formula, so you don't really need to set it, but for longevity, for the wedding, I'm definitely gonna be setting it. And I also feel like putting it underneath like a powder in like the same shade as your skin tone just kind of like makes it look like it's underneath your skin, if that makes sense. I'm also gonna set my bronzer with powder bronzer. This is also a trick to help get your makeup last all day. Set your creams with their corresponding powders and thank me later. And because this blush is a warmer tone, I'm gonna use this new Fenty Beauty brightening powder to kind of blend it in. This is such a good shade if you have a medium to deep skin tones. Riri not only launched one shade of peach brightening powder, but she launched 3 peach brightening powders. One for medium deep skin, one for deep skin, and one for even deeper skin tones. Any extra hyperpigmentation, this just really helps color correct that. It's really subtle, but to me, I see a difference. And I feel like it also acts as a really good like mid-tone blusher almost. This is the Mob Beauty M19 blush. It is the perfect nude blush if you're around my skin tone. It doesn't add too much color, but I feel like it goes really well with the blush shade that I made. And I like to put it just around where I put that blush to keep the focus of the red color on the apples of my cheeks. But you can't tell me that's not giving blushing bride. Now we're taking it back to the eyes. In order to get an even punchier glitter, I realized that I needed something a little bit more like scattered. I'm personally not someone who loves a loose glitter, so these for me hit a little different. Oh, look at that. I'm taking the shade Do You Know Who I Am, and I'm putting that over where I put that Hourglass shade. Instead of a black gel pencil liner, I'm gonna be using this beautiful dark red burgundy shade from Laura Mercier. I'm not usually a Laura Mercier person, but this shade of eyeliner, I feel like it just makes my brown eyes like really pop. I guess I just felt because my eyeshadow was so dark, the black was too much. I don't know what it is. The red is the way to go. That's just my preference. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow and just smoke out my bottom lash line. This is like so important. In my last trial, I didn't add an inner corner wing, but I wanted to see what it looked like, and I kind of like it. For lashes, I've been kind of indecisive about this, but I'm gonna use my Clio Kill Lash Mascara. This just adds a really good volume, and it's waterproof, and I know I'm about to be a crier. I'm a pretty emotional person, and I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm really excited. It's been a whole year of this, so I better be excited. I'm not the biggest lash person. I think I'm gonna use these gorgeous wispy Eyelure lashes that I trialed on TikTok for my American Day, but I decided I think for my Indian Day, because I have to take the eyelash off, I'm gonna probably use these stick-on lashes. These are from Ardell, and these are literally pre-glued lashes. They stick underneath your lash. I'm gonna start with the longest and go to the shortest. I feel like these will just be really easy to put on at 4:30 in the morning. Like these literally look like lash extensions. The only thing is you have to use a black liner and make sure you line your upper lash line. Otherwise you could see the band because they go underneath your lash. Oh my God, these literally look like lash extensions. That's the lash for the wedding day. I know we did things a little out of order, but back to the lip kit unboxing. Now I want to show you guys my perfect red lip and lip liner. First, I'm going to start with the lip liner in the shade M188 Wine Not. And the main reason I made this shade is because I was honestly tired of freaking brown lip liners. How many more brown lip liners do we really need? And the few times you do get a wine or dark red lip liner, like this NYX lip liner in the shade No Whining, they tend to be just more purpley red, or they're just like a boring brown, like MAC Chestnut or Makeup Forever Limitless Brown. And while these are all great shades, these shades to me kind of take away from the red lipstick. I basically wanted the lip liner to help enhance the red lipstick rather than take away from it and be the star of the show. Because we're often told to just make the red lipstick work with brown lip liner, but I didn't want that to be the case. This is Wine Not, the perfect dark red lip liner that's not too brown, not too red. It's somewhere kind of in the middle, as you can see here. And compared to NYX's dark red shade, this one is a little bit warmer because I specifically wanted it to not go purple. This to me is more of a berry shade. I'm gonna shut up and put it on, but I'm really proud of this shade and I feel like it'll enhance any red lipstick. I also wanna say by no means do you need to wear a lip liner with this lipstick, but I added it for some extra dimension and because it matches my lehenga because it has a few different shades of red. Now for my perfect red lipstick with Mob Beauty, Redemption. I named it Redemption because this red lipstick to me, it's redemption for all the times people told me that I was too picky on my red lipstick search. And to me, this is redemption for all of the red lipsticks that I've tried. And she is the perfect neutral dark red lipstick that doesn't pull too warm, it doesn't pull too pink. It's somewhere right in the middle. Something that I didn't get to mention on YouTube Shorts is that this red lipstick is also made without any carmine. Something a lot of people may not know is most red lipsticks on the market are made with this beetle bug called carmine, which is kind of gross if you think about it, but Mob formulates all of their products without plastics, they're cruelty-free, they don't use carmine, and they're vegan. It's just like such a wonderful brand, and look how gorgeous this shade is. And it's so special to me that the same chemist who made my mom's perfect red lipstick has made mine now too. That is such a special feeling. And to make sure everything lasts, I'm just gonna lock everything in with my one size setting spray. Every time I use that, I wanna, And this is my final look. I think this is the best trial I've done. And I think this is gonna be my final wedding makeup. I may tweak it one or two more times right before the wedding, but this is basically gonna be the final look. I can't believe this journey has kind of come to an end. It's really bittersweet because it's been so fun. But thank you for all of you guys who have tuned in for like all of the bridal trials. I still have more trials to go for my American bridal makeup and I still have to practice my reception makeup. So technically we're still not done, but All the products will be linked down in the description below. If you are interested in purchasing my lip kit, I will add a pre-sign up link down below because we are doing a very small limited edition batch. It'll officially launch on August 12th. I'm so happy with the way this turned out, and I'll see you guys next time.